So today I will be retrofitting or re-retrofitting my 9th Gen Si. So I've got a mini H1 version 7 here and a Chinese Express Acme projector here, also mini H1. No shroud. This one has a black shroud that I'll be replacing, and I will be putting HID into here for the daytime running lights. With a capacitor bank that I'll show, and then in here I'll have HID again like I got now, but with the newer projector, and then this 7's going up for sale. So let's see what it'll look like here. So here's what we got. Not the flattest pattern, that I'll be fixing too. Here we go. So, let's get to it. So hopefully it's easier to see. I just have a regular bulb for turn signal. Maybe I'll get LED sometime in the future, maybe not. Here's the one projector, here's the second one without a shroud, and then here the ballasts were for the HID for the fog lights, but now I have the XB LED fog lights, so I couldn't get to them because I screwed them in, so they'll be coming down and be used for the high beam here and the daytime running lights. And then over here I've got my XB55, I believe. Yep, XB55 ballast that I use for the Morimoto bulbs on the back. Yeah, let's get this thing inside and taken apart. So I've got my headlight here. With the screwdrivers, I've taken out these plastics. I've taken out the bulb retainers, the bulb. So I've taken everything out. I've even taken out the screws that line this housing here because they're a pain to take off when they're hot. And we're gonna open this oven here. I've put some wood down so that I don't put marks into my headlight. I've never had that happen, but I'm not about to. And I'll stick them in here like so. There we go. Better make sure. Okay, here we go. And we'll set the time to, where's time? I'm gonna set it in there for 8 minutes at 265 degrees, and then pry them open. Okay, so the headlights are done, and let's grab our oven mitts and get to it. Okay. Now they're very hot, so beware of that. And I just like to keep the oven running, so in case it's not all done, we can always bring it out again. So it's very, very hot. I'm going to be using these seal splitters here to split the seal, as the name implies. First time using them, so bear with me, there might be a learning curve. Okay, this one's done. And on to this one to take everything off. So we're back in the garage, and I've got the headlights, the new projectors put in. So consequently, this is the Morimoto 7, and I decided, well, you know, it's not often I do retrofits, and well, I stripped the nut on the back so the old projectors couldn't go back in. So I have more Moto 7s that I was going to sell to make some, you know, money back for the retrofit. That's not happening now. So I got the Moto 8s, and both of them are mounted up, ready for their alignment. And let's give it a whirl here. Let's stick you guys back here so you can see where it's at. No, I haven't started it yet. Or I haven't started the lights yet, so we'll see what we get now. And this is why you test fit before you do anything. We'll call that good. Let's check out the high beams. Well, that's not good. One high beam ain't turning on. Okay, so with the high beams on, I got the, So anyways, with the high beams on, I got this, this daytime running light on, but this one's not turning on. I'm gonna put this on pause and then fix it. So I finally got it wired up right. Turns out one of the splitters I was using was completely backwards, and after trying some ballasts and a few different bulbs, I finally got the issue figured out. So let's see where it's at now. So here's driving lights. They're fairly straight. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. Looks good for me. Here's the high beams. And then with the high beams, I also have the second pair of lights turning on. I mean, they don't do anything in high beam because, well, the high beams are by xenon. They're going to overpower it. And then let me show you the driving lights. Oh, they're not turning on. Well, it seems like it doesn't have enough power to get them to turn on. Shucks. So, I guess what happens is that when it pulls the 9.6 volts and it's pulsed, it doesn't want to light up normally, even though I have some capacitors. They're rather small capacitors, like a capacitor bank. It doesn't say what they're rated, but I'm guessing I will need more of them, because this is what, 55 watts. No wonder it's not working. I wonder, let's do a little test here with a 35 watt. I bet this will do the trick, because the 55 watts on each side are a lot of power to pull. Well, let's see if that improves anything. I need my keys too. Huh, I'll be darned. Okay, let's try it without the capacitor. Maybe we'll have better luck. Maybe not. Wait. Oh. No, not even a go. Well, how about 2 capacitors in a series? Boy, if this blows something up, I don't know what to do. What an alternation. Okay. Well, that does nothing. So it's currently 10:05 and I started this project about 2 p.m. It was supposed to be all done tonight so I can drive in the night and ooh and ah of how bright it is. When after I assembled it all, before I put the bumper back on, I decided to test it one more time. And of course, with my luck, there became a problem. So turn the headlights on. And the high beam on the driver's side stuck on. Okay, no matter. I'll just unplug it where you can hear a relay click. And I'll plug it back in. And then here we go again. Nothing. Flip the high beam on. What the? I tell you, this dumb car. Okay. It's plugged in. Flip the high beam on. When I turn it off, the high beam stays engaged. So, even when I turn it off, high beam's still on. Oh, man. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna pack it in for the night and attack this thing in the morning. I'll probably have to disassemble the whole thing again. and see what else I can come up with. Or I'll just right now cut these connectors right here and plug it straight into the connector, see if that's the issue, because there's no power going to this thing. Like as soon as I turn like a headlight bulb off with this connector, power stops. When it's still connected into here, the power is going. Is it such a low draw that at this point, I don't know, I'm frustrated, I'm angry. So I'm gonna call it a day after one more experiment, and then come back in the morning with a new Fury and give it a go. Because this thing's already fallen apart from the prying, so who knows if it'll stand one more opening. So when I started this retrofit, I didn't think it could get any worse than it was before. Well, so it got worse, significantly worse. Little explanation here. So at this point, before I took the video, I had taken the headlight out, baked it, opened it up, redid the wiring, brought it back to the car for testing. When I realized something was wrong and not working out, I had put everything back together, threw the bumper on, and decided, well, that's about as good as it's gonna get because I'm gonna need a new part to fix it. I have no more high beams anymore because I burnt the module that controls the high beams. And in that process, I had to take this headlight apart one more time, and as you can see, it's crooked. So I have no high beams, the beam is crooked, and the passenger side does not go up any higher than this. So no matter how I twist it, the adjuster, it will not go up any higher, just keep sinking, which means I've reached the limit of how high it'll get. So that's where it's done. Yeah, I really have no words because this turned out like a complete nightmare. I've done many of these and none of them have been as bad as this one has. This is the worst, and it's still not done. So I think I'm gonna leave it like this, not drive at night. I'll take my second car at night, and then when that's done, I will be tearing it apart again after I have the new fuse box to replace the headlights that are broke, or the high beams. Then I'll be tearing this one apart to, oh hey, it's moving up. Well, that didn't move up far. Yeah, and then I'll have to take that one apart to get it level. Or I'll just buy new headlights and stick them in there, because these headlights aren't going to last one more disassembly. Or they're going to leak really, really bad because some of the clips are missing, they're broke. Yeah, it's just a lost cause. So, yeah, what a horrible, horrible retrofit this turned out to be. And I wasted two projectors, the Mini H18s and the Mini H17s.